Yes, all right, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's blog. Well, it is a beautiful afternoon here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. I'm welcoming you right now. It's in the afternoon in Africa also, still in the morning in some part of the world. You are in Europe, it's still in the morning. Well, it is a very beautiful Tuesday, and it's a week of expectations. Great things are about to happen in this week. My expectation is that this week Chelsea will win against Newcastle. My expectation is that I'll see Nkuku and Romeo Lavia this week training with the first team squad. And as I show you in the previous videos, they are back on the grass training. Both Nkuku and Romeo Lavia, they are back training on the grass. They are only yet to train with the first team squad. Maybe from today or from tomorrow, they might be training with the first team squad. But that does not mean that they will be playing against Newcastle. There might be a cameo for Nkuku. He might come in maybe 5-10 minutes, but I'm not sure Nkuku will be part of the first 11 in this game. The next game against Manchester United, probably they should be part of it. All right, let's get started with Manchester United. Yeah. Manchester United. It is a great day. Manchester United. Manchester United. I called them how many times? 3 times, right? The takeover issue in Manchester United has been dragging on for so long, and it's affecting the play on the field of play, on the field. It's affecting them, and the coach is not helping matters. The coach is not helping matters. Right now, I want to talk about administratively. The takeover. Sir Jim Ratcliffe had hoped to complete a deal by now. Sir Jim Ratcliffe had hoped to complete a deal by now, but there are no guarantees it will be wrapped up before the Thanksgiving holiday starts in the US on Thursday. And some close to the process fear it could be next week before an announcement is forthcoming. Let me take that again. It's a breaking news, actually. Sir Jim Ratcliffe had hoped to complete a deal by now, but there are no guarantees it will be wrapped up before Thanksgiving holidays start in the US on Thursday. And some close to the process fear it could be next week before an announcement is forthcoming or could be made. So much more delays coming in from United. Many more delay coming in from Manchester United when it comes to the takeover by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Well, we can only hope for the best. Like I always say, I want the best for Manchester United. United without the Premier League, it will not be. I mean, we know they are traditional club in the league. United are a traditional club in the league, Premier League. And so I will never wish them to go down. Otherwise, City just came up only recently. Man City they don't have any history. Manchester City doesn't have any history. Even Chelsea is higher than City when it comes to history. It is only in recent times that City came up. Well, let me not go into that now. Back to Chelsea. One of our own, Florent Malouda. Yeah, Florent Malouda. We all remember him. One of our greats, Chelsea's greats, Florent Malouda, the French international, has been speaking on Obi-Wan podcast. You know, Obi-Wan podcast now has become the breaking news, source for many channels. Yeah. Mikel Obi is doing quite great. He's doing quite great. He's been speaking a lot, actually. A lot of great interviews he's been having on the channel. Podcast, Obi-Wan podcast. Yeah. If you are looking for where you want to be entertaining yourself with breaking news and great interviews, you can look for Obi-Wan podcast. It's on YouTube. Obi-Wan podcast. I am giving you the information that you need. Yeah, I don't withhold information from people. No. After all, he is not my main source of information or news. So you can get it there. All right. Florent Malouda, he said, except for the color of the shirt, no, not really. Except for the color of the shirt, no, not really. I think the club is using too many keywords about the project or whatever. It does take time to build anything of value, but since the new ownership I don't see any stability from the management. He was asked, do you recognize Chelsea now? Florent Malouda was asked, how do you see Chelsea? Do you still recognize Chelsea? Is this still the Chelsea that you know? And then he said, no, except for the color of the shirt. Except for the color of the shirt. He doesn't recognize the team as Chelsea any longer, except the blue jersey. My good friend, I am surprised. The truth is that most of the old players, they are not really happy about the happenings in the club. You know, we were used to delivering, winning. Chelsea is about winning the trophies, winning. And so the project, it doesn't make sense for many people, including most of the old players. Project. And Malouda is saying here, he said, I think the club is using too many keywords about the project. They are using too many keywords about the project. It does take time to build anything of value. But since the new ownership, I don't see any stability from the management. That should tell you that we are all not on the same page when it comes to this project. Until we see the project, achieving goals, and until we begin to see goals, until we begin to see Chelsea winning something. Right now, our position does not show we are Chelsea. We say we are building. My feeling is that we are becoming like Arsenal of those days. We are becoming like Arsenal. Arsenal started a project how long ago? Since the days of Alex Ferguson. I mean, his last 3-4 years before he retired. If you can remember, every season they'll be close to the title. In fact, Arsenal are one of the teams that when the season begins, from the summer, when the season begins, they'll be fighting. When it gets to December, then they begin to flop. From December, January, they begin to flop until the season will end. Last season is an example. Arsenal was topping the league table until after January. Until January. And it has been so for many years. Because they are always building. They buy young talent, young players. And Premier League is not a league that you can wait. If you lose one game, once you lose 3 points, if you're not very careful, you're going to lose the next game. If you lose 3 points, you are not very careful, you're going to lose the next game. And if you lose the next game, the next moment, your players now begin to lose their confidence. And that is what a project does to play teams in Premier League. The Premier League is so hot. The Premier League is so hot that no team waits for you to build. Each year, if you're not very careful, you continue to lose and lose and lose. My dear friend, Florent Malouda, he said he doesn't recognize the team except the jersey, the color of the jersey. As you can see him there, the big man himself. The big man himself. And he did not just end there. He said Liverpool was the first club to show interest in me. That was before he signed for Chelsea. I had a chance to join them. My coach at the time, Gerard Holler, loved Liverpool and wanted me to go there. It was close. Real Madrid was also interested, but I wanted to go to Chelsea. I knew players like Essien and went there to watch some games. I felt close to Chelsea and knew I could adapt to that team. And it was a team where I could win the Champions League. It took a long time. We lost the final in Moscow, but eventually won it. It was a good choice to join Chelsea. It was a good choice. He said he loved the team. His first time he wanted to come to the Premier League, it was Liverpool that was proposed to him by his coach then, Gerard Holler, to Liverpool. But he rejected the offer. Real Madrid came in. He said no. But then he knew Michael Essien from the French league. So he comes to Chelsea to watch Chelsea games, and he loved the club. He felt that is where he can win the Champions League. He joined the Chelsea finally. At the end of the day, it took so long a time, but it was worth it. They finally won the Champions League. He won the Champions League with Chelsea. And that it was his achievement with Chelsea. And he's so happy about it. Dear friend, this is one of our greats, and he's been speaking. There is so much that he said, I cannot bring you all right now. You can see him there with some of his trophies that he won with Chelsea. Very great one. All right. All right. To let you go, breaking news. Gavi of Barcelona has torn his ACL and meniscus of his knee and is also affected. His ACL and his meniscus of his knee is also affected. He will be out for 7 to 9 months. His season is over. Further test to confirm. Terrible news for Barcelona and Spain. Terrible news for Barcelona and Spain. This guy, with this injury, FIFA is going to be paying Barcelona over more than $20,000 every day if he's to be out for this long. FIFA is going to be paying Barcelona for this loss. Of course, he got this injury on a FIFA International Day. He will be paid by FIFA. The club, Barcelona, will be paid by FIFA over $20,000 every day for this injury. You can check it. I will confirm that to you later also. My dear friend, I want to end here. As you can see him holding his knee. Yeah. I want to end here. I'll be back with more exclusives later in the day. Okay, this last one, Cucurella has been speaking, and this is what he has to say. He said, when you come to a big club, for sure the pressure is there. When you go to a normal club, there is not this pressure. It's different. You need to win, but the objectives are different. Here at Chelsea, every week, every game, you have to win. Otherwise, the team and the fans aren't happy. That is the big difference between the big clubs and the small clubs. The difference between the big clubs and the small clubs. He said, we are creating good habits here, a good young team, and are starting to build something important. It's not enough so far because we want to win every game. But I think the way we are playing now is good. We need to keep producing our best performances and manage the small details, mistakes. Once we do this, we can win more games and the pressure is eased, according to Cucurella. I'll see you in the next one, my dear friend, when you see me. Remember to like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in the comment section. Shalom and peace.